Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. We're going to have one last visit to SorareData. What are we going to do without this fantastic website? It remains to be seen, but I'm sure a few others will step up to the plate and at least give us some of the features that many of us enjoyed using here on SorareData. So it's a very sad day. It is Wednesday the 4th of June. And the funeral is tomorrow for SorareData, so we'll call this the wake, the night before the funeral. My last visit, what I'm doing here is I have a watch list of 32 players, and I've taken screenshots of them, so I've got them on my phone now, so once this disappears, I will still know which players I was interested in. This is a summer contender watch list, basically a shopping list of players that I've got my eye on to purchase over the coming weeks. Most of them are J-League and K-League, one or two European guys that I want to pick up cheap during the off-season to use as classic smashers next season. So let's get straight into it. 32 players. I'll fire through this as quickly as I can, have a quick look at some prices and scores, etc. So first up there is Chow Marcelo, who is at Daegu. I've got his defensive teammate Hwang Jae-won. Chow Marcelo is probably the best Daegu defender. As you can see here from his scores, he's having a very good season. He's managed 4 100s in his last, 10 to 15 appearances going into the end of last season as well. Pretty sure Daegu have a double game week coming up as well when the international break is over. So it might be a good time to get a Chow Marcelo if you can afford one. And he has dipped a wee bit in price. If we have a look at a price graph for in-season only, he was, one of them went for, one of the special editions a few weeks ago went for £96. You can get one now for about 50, 55. So that could be a solid investment for the second half of the K-League season. Next up is Shaqiri. If you play Contender, you know what Shaqiri does. Absolute monster at FC Basel. Had one at... My price graph is quite interesting on Shaqiri. I'll just show you. Picked one up in early season for £8, I think it was. £8. Sold that one for a massive profit, 59. Then I bought another one for 26. Sold that one a little bit too early for £34. I could have got a few more good scores out of him, but I'd like to pick him up again before the next European season. Currently on the market for £27. If I can get him for between 20 and 25, I will be pretty happy, and I'll try and get one with some good XP. Next on the list, Kim Jin-soo. Had one a while ago, would like to get one back in. Scoring very well for FC Seoul. I've mentioned him a few times. Love that consistency. His worst score in recent times is 55. So you're getting a minimum of 55 in any fixture for this guy, which is, it's unheard of, really. It's very, very hard to get consistency like that. And he's got a 100 in his most recent appearance with 64.6 AA, despite losing 3-1. So Kim Jin-soo, a player I would like to get a hold of. I've got quite a few Ulsan guys here, but they are playing in the Club World Cup, so I'm not in a rush to go there. Kim Young-gwon, the centre-back, L15 of 70. Ko Song-boom, midfielder, L15 of 67. Oberdan was injured for a while. He kind of made a miraculous recovery, and he has been back in recent fixtures. But again, Oberdan, I think, is overpriced at the moment. He had a good start to the season, but if you look a little bit further back, he's a bit inconsistent. And at a current price on the market for in-season of £96 for the cheapest, I'm not going anywhere near that. I'd be probably more inclined to buy a classic card of Oberdan than an in-season. Just needs to be a bit more consistent for me. Next on the list, we have Thomas Nemchik, currently injured for Rosenborg, which I'm hoping will see his price come down a bit. He scores very well. He's had a good start to this season, as have most of the Rosenborg guys. We'll have a look at a price graph here over the last 3 months. In season, one went for £107, £85. Currently on the market, still the cheapest is 100. Most recent sale for it 2025, £51. But again, that's someone selling to Satonio, just getting out on the injury most likely. But there is a 2-3 week break for Rosenberg. So again, keeping an eye on his price to see if it comes down a bit. Koga is having a very good season at Raysol, scoring very, very well in the J-Leagues. Dropped off a little bit in recent times, but as you can see there, loads of 80s and 90s. Hoping his price comes down a bit as well. Another Ulsan defender, Kang Sang-woo. But again, I'm probably going to wait until after the Club World Cup to buy any Ulsan guys. Ando, another good defender in the J-League. Haven't owned him at any point, but as you can see there, another very consistent performer. A couple of dodgy scores in there, but back with a 77 in his most recent game. Marius Broholm, another Rosenberg player. I would like to own a very, very talented young player. Scoring very well, but always expensive. Classic card, £53. In season, cheapest on the market, £175. Most recent sale for in season, £167. Someone went for an instant buy, £222. So I will not be touching those prices, but Broholm is one on the watch list for sure. Again, we are in the K-League here with Jeon Jinwoo. This guy's impressed me probably more than any other player watching the K-League highlights. He has, I'm pretty sure he's got midfielder cards and forward cards. Look at those scores, pretty good. I mean, no scores above 85, but I think they are probably on the way. Cheapest on the market, 117 for in season, 32 for a classic. This is pound sterling, of course, and it's rare prices. Most recent sale for an in season, 126 instant buy. So again, on the pricey side, but a very, very good player. Next up, Iraqi at Sanfrecce, who has, I kind of regretted not buying one towards the start of the season because he's been hitting the big scores recently as well. Just smashed in a 100 with a goal against Kawasaki, and he, topped that up with 40 AA for his first 100 on the chart here, but just pretty consistent as well. But off the back of the 100, you're probably going to have to pay for it. Classic card for 11. That's pretty decent, to be fair. In season, 75 is the cheapest listed. Yamamoto takes a lot of set pieces for Kawasaki, and that's reflected in his scores this season. 83, 87, 89. Not overly expensive. £33 for in season, and you can get a classic for £6 or £7. Again, to me, that's £6 or £7 for a classic. Screams to me good value, and I'm hoping an auction might pop up soon during this international break and I can get my hands on Yamamoto. I think I missed the last auction, which went for £39, but again, can get them cheaper on the market, which is good. Ueda has been on the watch list for ages. Just a good option at Kashima. They're top of the league. Scores fairly consistently, maybe not peak scores, but can get you a 60 or a 70 very often. Next up, we have a young striker in Norway, Daniel Carlsbach. He is 22 years old, so you can use him for the under 23 lineups. And again, good start to the season. The majority of scores are 60 plus. Was injured recently, but he's after coming back with a 62. Doesn't get much AA. Think he takes penalties. And classic card for 14 in season. That in season's actually, I'm going to say that's dropped a wee bit. I see Mr. McBride has picked one up for £21, and I might go out and buy one of these. Currently listed at £18. Let's just have a look at a price graph. Last 3 months in season, and yeah, it has come down. He was at 25, 30 quid a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago, and now he's come down. Like I said, most recent sale goes to McBride at 21. I quite fancy getting one of them for 17 or £18 for the summer. Need to double check there's no transfer rumours with him That might be the reason for a little bit of a drop. George Texera plays for Pohang, the same as Oberdan. He caught my eye in recent highlight packages. 67, 84, 72. Has the potential to score very well. 50 quid roughly for an in-season. Most recent sale 45. One classic on the market for 25. So that might be another one I look at in the next week or two. Kasper Hoff plays for Bodo Glimt. I've got Evian, I've got Jens Peter Højgård. I would like to add Kasper Hoff, but there's never too many available. Currently none on the market. I think Squadu FC here did well to pick one up 2 weeks ago for £16. So just keep an eye on him to see if any more go on the market. And I'll snap one up for around 20 quid if I can get one. Jan Matthäus, you will know I sold. I basically got spooked by the poor performances from Yokohama Marinos. They're bottom of the league, but maybe I should have been a bit more patient with this quality player. I think I paid 35 and sold him for a bit of a loss. I actually paid £41 in an auction on the 12th of March. I sold him for 35 on the 23rd of May, and he's back scoring well in the last 2 games, 72 and an 81. So maybe I was a little bit too impatient there, and I'm not going to pay 70 quid for him when I bought him for 35. I'm not going to pay over the odds, and let's see if Yokohama Marinos are actually back or if they're going to continue to be inconsistent. Suzuki, a player I've wanted for ages. I'd like to get an in-season. I did have a classic. In-seasons are always expensive because they bundle the auctions with the Kashima guys. Most recent sale, £99. Do I want to pay that? Not really. Scores haven't been fantastic this season, but I think he's been unlucky. Often, plays the pass to the assister. So those scores could definitely improve. We know with Yuma Suzuki the quality is always there. 35-year-old Ju Min Kyu plays for Daejeon Citizen, a really good striker, knows how to put the ball in the back of the net, also knows how to score 27 pointers, which is not ideal. Not much AA. He got 2 decisives when he scored the 90 points. He also got 2 decisives when he scored the 89, so he really does need more than 1 decisive to go above the 70 mark. So I'm not in a mad rush to go there. Last couple of players here down the bottom before we wave farewell to SorareData. Raul Germain always has potential, but again, a player doesn't get much AA. Would like to see him get penalties, but he doesn't currently have them. Cheapest on the market in season at 37. Again, not in a rush to go there. And Anderson Lopez, much like Jan Matthäus, I did have one. I've owned this guy loads of times, as you can see there from the chart. But let's see most recent, and let's look at in season. I bought one around the same time I bought Jan Matthäus. I paid 55. His scores were terrible. Took a loss, sold him for 30. And I'm not against going back there. Historically can score well, but he's been a disaster this season. Nothing above 60. Wouldn't be surprised if he got a move. There's been talk of China and stuff like that. But again, he doesn't break the bank. 40 quid roughly at the moment for in-season. Most recent sale, 43. So yeah, I'm tempted to go back there. Pay, if I get one for 35, maybe I would. But again, like many of these guys, I am not in a major rush. So there you have it. The full-time whistle will be blown tomorrow on SorareData. It's been a good ride. It's a very sad day. It's a sad night. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight with no SorareData to wake up to tomorrow. But yeah, thanks to SorareData for everything they offered us. Are they going for about 5 years? I've been using them for about 2 years. Fantastic website. A shame nobody could step in and take over and keep it going. But when one door closes, another one usually 2 open. So I'm sure, looking forward to seeing what the community come up with. I see Basilbot's even coming up with some kind of new idea with some of the features on this website. So there we have it. Farewell, SorareData. Thanks for everything. And let's see what happens over the coming weeks. Enjoy the international break, folks. I will be back with a video before the next weekend of action when J-League and K-League are back. And I'm pretty sure double game week for quite a few K-League teams. So get on that, get ahead of the curve. Most people probably don't realize there's a double game week coming up. Get on the fixtures. I think there's probably, is it Friday, Monday games, or early Saturday and then Tuesday games for some of the K-League. They've changed the calendar. That's what it is. The Sorare calendar is slightly different during the Club World Cup, and that has created a few double game weeks for K-League. Maybe J-League to come as well. I think VCL Kobe might have a double game week to come at some point in the near future. So get on the fixtures for both those leagues and figure out which of them have doubles to come. And hopefully that will help you get on those leaderboards. Thank you for watching, folks. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on your way out. And leave a comment as well, even if it's just to say farewell to SorareData. Talk to you soon, folks.